Hi folks, welcome back to Brew and Build. It is early in summer. The elderflower hedges are all deeply white and fully in flower. So it is time to make an elderflower ale. It's the taste of summer in many ways. So let's get straight to it, and I'll get straight to the recipe here. What we're going to start with is 2.5 kilograms of pale malt. We'll then put in 1 kilogram of wheat malt, and the wheat malt should give us a really good head retention on it, and also it gives a pretty good richness, I think, in there. We'll sweeten it up a little bit with 500 grams of Cara Munich 3, and that'll give us a little bit of color as well. It should give us a really nice gold color from that. Now, elderflowers can be a little bit bitter. They can have a slight bitter sort of taste to them, especially if I get any of the green stalk in. There can be like a dryness. So what I'm going to do to try and counteract that, I'm going to try mash hopping to get a softer bitterness in this. So the hops we'll start with is 30 grams of Northern Brewer. That's going to go into the mash for 60 minutes. We should get about 6.5 IBU out of that. Then we'll put in the boil, we'll put in another 16 grams of Northern Brewer at 30 minutes. And we should get about 13 IBU from that one. In the whirlpool will be quite full here. We're going to put a good deal of stuff in here. This is where we'll put the elderflowers. I'm going to use 45 grams of elderflowers. I'll try to get most of the green off that, but probably not all of it. That'll go into a whirlpool of 74 degrees Celsius for 15 minutes. Along with that, I'm going to stick in 10 grams of Matuka hops. We'll get about 0.8 IBU out of that, and I'm hoping to get a nice lime note come through in this. And just add to the citrus a little bit, I'm going to put in 5 grams of Citra into that whirlpool as well, and we should get about 0.6 of an IBU out of that one. Hopefully out of those two, I'm hoping to get a nice citrusy lime lemon finish, which will go pair really well with the elderflowers. As far as yeast goes, I'm just going to use Edinburgh Ale yeast from White Labs. That's WLP 028. And I'll ferment that right at the bottom of the fermentation temperature, and we'll get a really nice clean fermentation from that. Water profile, once again, quite a simple yellow balanced profile. So that's enough introducing it. Let's get through to the kitchen. We'll start brewing again. And here we are finally at the end of the process. So let's have a taste of this Elderflower Blonde. So it's a great looking beer. It's absolutely crystal clear. It's got a good head to it, and it holds the head quite well, which I think is quite a lot down to the wheat malt in that. The smell, not surprisingly, the first thing you smell is elderflower, which is, it's really summery. And we're in the middle of summer now, so it's well, the beginning of the middle of summer, I suppose. You can see if I clear it off, see if I can get how clear it is. I don't know whether you can get a picture of that, but it's a lovely looking beer. And the taste, instantly elderflowers. Not hugely strong, but certainly very noticeable elderflower. It's sweet. It's very light, but it is very sweet. And there's a strong enough malt backbone there to carry the elderflower quite nicely through. The Matuka and the Citra, they're noticeable. I don't know, I'd maybe drop the Citra and up the Matuka a little bit, just to try and give it a little bit more, perhaps lime note to it, or maybe I could go either way on it. I'd up either of them, go more lemony of the Citra, or more lime perhaps of the Matuka. But I mean, as it is, it's an absolutely delicious beer. What I might change when I do it again is when I put the elderflowers in, I think I'll take the effort of cutting all the stalks off. It's not strong in there, but there's a little sort of bitterness that comes from any greenery of the elderflowers. I think if I took all of the stalks off and just used the flowers alone, I think it'd be a much cleaner elderflower taste. But to be honest, it's a really nice beer anyway. It's just the perfect flavors of summer, this beer. So I am going to go and sit out in the sun because the sun's shining, and I'm going to enjoy the rest of this beer. So until next time, folks, life's good, drink more beer.